guys, it's Tiffany.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
It's Tasha.
How are you doing, sis?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome.
I was playing with some Floam.
Floam.
I have real love for Floam.
She does. She
I do.
constantly has to play with something.
I
Speaking
do.
of.
Yeah.
Speaking of. We went to this movie called Invisible Man, and she was like, "Hey, I got something awesome in my pocket." And I look over, and she's playing with her.
Oh
floof.
yeah. I
Flipping it
have
up.
this little portable putty because I just have a hard time sitting still.
She does.
Like when I'm in the car, I just sing and dance. Play the guitar. So much fun. What is this fat? What is this?
So this will kind of let you guys know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
We're both moms.
It's true.
We're both sisters,
It's true.
and we both are alive.
Seriously?
Yeah, because when you're alive, life compounds.
It does. It compounds.
It compounds. I can't
There's always
speak.
some shit.
And I know all of you out there know that
Mm-hmm.
because life is tough, but
Yes.
we can also make the most of it. We just wanted to kind of make this video so we could create like a dialogue for everyone,
Mm-hmm.
because I know everyone goes through something and we just want to share our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, some experiences that I would like to eventually share is my MS, multiple sclerosis, and how I live with that, and also how people can support each other with chronic illnesses and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mom, and I have a wonderful 12-year-old daughter. Some other things that I can share about myself, I'm not quite sure yet, but I will definitely be sharing quite a bit. What about you?
I'm a 38-year-old white female. I have 3 beautiful daughters.
Oh, my nieces are
Yeah.
amazing.
4, 5, and 18. And so I feel like I'm on the spectrum of all things hard sometimes.
Yeah, that could be really hard, to have an 18-year-old and then have 2 little ones. And
It is, because like on one hand you're potty training some, and on the other hand you're trying to teach him about, like, I think for my oldest it's kind of like love and heartbreak sometimes, and how to navigate life. And she just got her own apartment, and we moved her in last week, which was really exciting.
it was fun.
It was.
Great apartment.
But honestly, ever since then she's been scared and calls me almost every day crying.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that age is really hard anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't ever want to go back to that age.
Yeah. And I really love making swans, but I also really love fishing.
She loves fishing.
I do. And I haven't been doing it because it's always some worry. Like the tire is going to blow out. Yeah. Or this or that, or it's going to be, and I used to not be like that, but I guess I got complacent. I think one of the most fascinating things about this is that, my sister and I didn't grow up together.
Yeah.
And
We
so
didn't.
we didn't. And so I think she has some memories of us when we were really young.
Mm-hmm.
But then my parents moved me down south, and I didn't meet her again until I think I was 14 or 15. My dad flew me out here, and then we spent a little bit of time together.
Mm-hmm.
And then around 15, 16-ish, my mom moved us out here, and we spent a couple of years, I think,
Yeah.
causing a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
Some other things to talk about.
It's really, yeah, it's really interesting because, and then from there, for the last like 20, 21 years, there hasn't been much contact.
No.
We've lived in the same town.
Yeah, not far
Miles.
from each other.
Yeah,
like
and
a couple miles.
And I think each of us reached out to each other in different ways, but, she was married and I was going through school, and I think we both, I know speaking for myself, I always longed to have her around.
Oh, absolutely. Me too.
So we had her a couple weeks or month or 2 ago.
Since December.
Mm-hmm.
No, November.
But we went out to dinner at Cafe Olay, and I was really nervous because it was the first time that we'd literally been alone in the same room together without other people there since at least a teenager, I think.
Yeah.
And the whole time I remember calling my friend and being like, I don't know, maybe I should cancel, like, I don't know what to do.
Wow, I'm glad that you didn't do that.
I just didn't know, like, what am I going to talk about, like, what are we gonna, I didn't know. One of the things that a lot came up, a lot of conversation that we'd never had with each other. We kind of got to get the elephant out of the room.
Yeah.
But my sister did talk about her MS.
It's definitely a heartbreak in my life.
And I went home and I cried and I felt so fucking powerless. Like, I don't even know anything about this. I don't know how to help. I don't know how to make it worse, how to make it better. I don't know. Not that I want to make it worse, but it was just definitely kind of like, wow, like we finally get to reconnect and now there's this.
Right.
This whole, it's not, I don't know. It's just, so we've spent a lot of time together the last few weeks. We talk all the time and
it's
talk
helped
every
me
day.
immensely.
And I guess we just kind of got together and thought, why not bring some of this to the table? Because I'm confident that there's many of you out there that have an illness.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you are probably caregivers. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and so I'm sure that some of you are too. I'm a high school dropout, but I have a degree now. Maybe some of you are too. We have kids from 4, 5, 12, 18, right? So we've got 4 tiny humans, which is really exciting.
And all different, chapters of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to navigate as single mothers.
Yeah.
To figure out what's best for them.
And I think it's really cool, too. I got to be in the car with my niece for the first time the other day. Just for a few minutes.
She was so nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous. I mean, it's like I want to be like an aunt that she can come to. And it's almost like, too, I have to remember I'm not her mom, if that makes sense, because I have kids and I've had a kid her age, so it's easy to step into mom role. So, walking into the aunt role when they're 12 is kind of, and I guess, too, I was thinking when I was with her, I thought, I don't even know what she knows.
Right.
I don't know.
Because we
haven't talked about it.
Yeah, we haven't lived together. You don't know what she's been through.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what
even
you've
about
been through.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
Why have you not always been around if you're my aunt?
Right. Well, exactly. And Addie, my daughter's Addison, we had that conversation. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of told her that I was being dumb. Quite frankly, I was being really dumb. Because especially now, with the relationship that we have and spending this time together, I honestly, it's like having a light in my life that I'd been missing for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Naomi and Della, my youngest, they just instantly call her Aunt Tiffy.
Oh, my
instantly.
Auntie.
Yeah, Auntie.
I love them so much.
And honestly, I've always been pretty open with Sinead, and so
Yeah.
Sinead has always known that I've resented you for not being around.
Right.
And she knows that
felt that.
She's known that I've always wanted you there. So I think to her it's no surprise,
Right.
that we're around. I think one of the chapters, we also have another sister. Who we don't know.
She was adopted outside of the family. Just to kind of let you know, I was adopted by my aunt and uncle. And my sister moved with my biological mother. And then our third sister, she's actually younger than both of us.
So I'm a middle child. I just realized that just right now.
Wow.
I would be
and
the
I'm an
middle
older child.
Yeah.
Anyways. So, she was actually adopted outside of the family. Mm-hmm. And that's also something that we want to share through these videos, because we're going to do our best to try and find her. Mm-hmm. And maybe one day it'll be 3 of us, and not just 2.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Crazy. You guys have to try this voyage with us. I'm sure there's a million people out there that have actually been in the same situation. They didn't know somebody in their life and they went searching for them and they reconnected, or maybe you couldn't connect, and that was some heartache too.
Well, and sometimes I wonder if she even wants to, but we know so little about her. We know she's a girl. We know she was born at St. Luke's, and I think we know her birthday's in September.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah. Because I'm sure there's people out there too that have been on that side where they maybe didn't want to be found because of their life where they're at, and they ended up getting tracked down. Mm-hmm. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, even today I was doing my hair, blow drying my hair, and I was like, I wonder if she has anxiety.
I wonder so much about her.
I just thought about
hope she
that.
wants to be found.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't even know about us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what other people's journeys are like. I think Tiff's and I's is different, but I don't think our families ever tried to keep us apart.
No.
But Tiff and I were talking the other day about how interesting it is that we instantly feel like we're at home with each other. Like there's no...
After all those years of being disconnected, and for us to run into each other at a craft warehouse event and to just instantly be connected. And it's just crazy to me because that day I whispered in her ear that the night before I actually was praying for someone like her, not knowing that it was going to be my actual sister, but just to have a best friend. And I'm just thankful that the prayer was answered.
Yeah. And again, I was scared. Like when I went to that craft warehouse thing, I had found out about it through her.
I was shaking like a leaf when I saw her.
Yeah. And it's just so weird. And she had come up to me and said something like, you know, I'm sorry I haven't been around. I'm embarrassed or something.
I was embarrassed.
Or something about guilt, you know, and I think guilt can keep us from getting the things that we want or...
Yeah, so on that point, you guys, if you do have someone out there in your life that you do feel guilt or shame or sadness or hesitation to have them back in your life, reach out. Because I can't tell you how much better my life has been these last few months. For me and her, we're having this great relationship and we're being open and honest with each other. And maybe it's not going to be as great as you think it is, but at least you're going to find out that what you did and you answered that question for yourself instead of feeling that guilt and that shame for not reaching out to someone that was so important to you in your life.
Well, life is too short.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it's even thinking about the kids. Can you believe Addie's 12?
Oh, and what's really cool is my daughter, Addison, 12, and her daughter, 18, Sinead.
Yeah.
Instant connection, just like me and her.
Yeah, they just bond right out.
It was
it's like the other
cool.
night she was at her house and didn't want to leave. Like,
No.
Slow down, come pick me
She's
up
like,
slowly.
wait. I thought they were going to make a fort.
Yeah. Cute.
Because they had the mattress out.
Oh, they did?
My mom, Addie's like, Mom, but we were going to.
Oh. She's like, can you just go?
Yeah.
I think it feels good too, even to have I don't know, I guess for a long time when Addison was little, I never even thought you would let me alone with her for some reason. Like, you were super protective, you know, and I think there's other reasons we can explore about that later.
Yeah,
but
there is.
I thought, oh, she's just never going to it's like we make these assumptions that aren't even real.
Yeah.
Totally real.
I made a lot of assumptions about you.
Yeah, we talked about that at Cafe Olay. Like, we each thought we both had these magnificent, wonderful lives. And don't get me wrong.
They're great lives.
We had good lives, but it's definitely not what each other thought it was. So
nope.
It's pretty exciting. So I think we look forward to sharing things with each other, all of you too.
Yes.
As moms, and seeing how things compound in life and the struggles you go through, and that you're not alone, and just talking about real talk.
Real talk. And hence the no filter. We're going to be completely raw through this experience.
That's right. She wanted a filter.
I did.
But I said if we die, people won't know who we are because we'll look too pretty.
Because honestly, I have a hard time being on camera.
Yeah.
Because of my self-image that I do have about myself and how MS has broke me down. But I'm getting out there. I got to share my experiences because if I can help just one tiny soul, it's been worth it.
Yeah. Good deal.
But look forward to more videos because I tell you what, I can't explain to you the life experiences that we've been in on individual notes as well as together during those small times in our life that we were together. And as well as...
Well, she's, as many of you know, if you have a teenager, she's up for a run here pretty quick with Addie. I hope not.
Please support me.
Yeah, support her.
Single moms are awesome.
I know. I get worried because Naomi and Della are going to be teenagers at the same time. Oh. Yeah.
Maybe someday, if you're lucky, we'll share pictures of our beautiful children.
If you're lucky.
They're like diamonds.
They are. People say their kids are cool, but my kids really are cool.
We know your kids are cool too.
Yeah.
Because all kids are amazing.
That's cool. Until next time.
Until next time.
Good deal.
Keep watching us because we have so much to share.
We do.